Hello, welcome.
Music started too.
Excellent. Hello and welcome to session 1 of The Haunting of Harrowstone, book 1 of the Carrion Crown Adventure Path from the first edition of Pathfinder. We're gonna jump right into it pretty immediately, but there's one more thing I wanted to go over with you guys before we started. How many of you are familiar with the Harrow deck in Pathfinder and Golarion lore?
Lightly?
A bit.
Yeah.
A bit.
Okay.
Completely new.
Okay. So it is very similar to a Harrow deck, or if we're speaking in 5e lingo, the Taroka deck. This is kind of Golarion's version of it. The Harrow deck actually originated in this region of Golarion, primarily with the Varisian people. And as most of you have noticed, all of you speak Varisian, because that is the common language of the Ustalavic region. So, because the way this game is going to be run, which is going to be a series of small mini adventures, I've decided that every mini adventure, I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to use a single buff card. So this card is kind of an above table decision by the group. It's something I'm giving to the players, not the PCs, if that makes sense. And at any point during the adventure, at the start of initiative, you can play this card to alter the battlefield in some way, to give your PCs some buffs, or give the enemies debuffs for that one encounter. This is a one-use item. It does expire at the end of the adventure, however. So if you do not use it by the time the adventure ends, it will be discarded. Our first card for this adventure.
You mean
Is
session
going
or
to
like the
be-
whole adventure?
The whole adventure.
Okay.
So like the entire Harrowstone book 1 adventure.
Wait, Harrowstone. Card rock.
Card rock. I wish I could like show the image here, but it's really fighting me. Let me see if I can pull it up from here. Sorry, give me one moment here. Arrow deck, here it is. So the card we'll be using, I can't pull it up, that's crazy, is going to be this card right here. It's already on the screen.
Little guy?
Little guy.
I hate this
Yep.
guy. He makes me really uncomfortable. I'm just gonna
He
throw it out
should.
there.
He should. So this is the Fool, and if you go into your party stash, under the party token thing, you will see in the consumables the Fool.
Tiny.
Yep, it's tiny size. So this card, at the start of the combat, all PCs may spend this card to regain a spell slot with the spell previously parried from it, if any, or a feature that can be used once a day. You can choose to gain the Stupefied condition and gain temp HP equal to your level times 2. So that is something you use at the beginning of combat, replenishes some of your resources, and gives you the option for some extra HP on top of that. That's it. That's the card for this adventure. So before we dive into it, I keep thinking of one more thing to talk about. There is one more thing to talk about. Because this is book 1, and it isn't going to be directly moved into book 2, book 3, etc. It's kind of more of like a Westmarch style kind of deal. At the end of each adventure, Darby and I are still trying to discuss what your reward will be for finishing an adventure. And you can take that reward into the next book when that gets run, probably in a month or so after this one ends. Right now, we are considering giving everyone who completes book 1 a special feat that they can take with them into other books. And after each adventure, you'll get an additional feat, just kind of like as a little golden star saying that, hooray, you did an adventure. That feat is only attached to that character, though. So, for example, let's grab Sigrid. So let's say Sigrid finishes book 1 alive, gets this additional feat.
Maybe.
gets this additional feat. When she comes back for book 2 or book 3, she will have that feat that she gained from completing book 1, Haunting of Harrowstone. It might end up being something more physical rather than a feat. We haven't decided quite yet of what it's going to be. So, but there will be something, I promise. And with that, we are ready to dive into it, unless you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns. All right. Changing the music. So, our scene opens up in one that is unfamiliar. A courtroom that is filled to the brim with people. At the front of the courtroom, the judge looks over a document that is yellowed with age, as he has a rather dour expression on his face. You are hereby sentenced to live the remainder of your short life in Harrowstone, which, I hasten to add, is a blessing compared to the extent of your crimes and the suffering of your victims. There you will reside in the misery of your thoughts until such time as you are drawn, hanged, and quartered. May the gods have no mercy on your blighted soul. And he lifts up his gavel, and it has a resounding bang that echoes through the silence of the crowded courtroom.
Rabble, 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 rabble,
Rabble, rabble, rabble, rabble. And the accused that stands wrapped in chains that drag his entire weight of his body down is a man. And all he does is smile as the sentence is carried out of Vance Saytrestle, the Lopper, sentenced in 4,661 AR. And the scene fades. And now, we come to you all. All of you have been called, one way or another, by letter or by word of mouth, to Leipzig, the central hub of northern Ustalav, a city of commerce, education, and innovation. You find yourself at the home of Judge Embreth Daramid. This lovely lady, right there. She sits behind a desk, all of you in front of her, sitting down in lovely plush seats, much like how you arranged on the homepage here. She has a feathered quill in her hand as she is scrawling some notes across some paper. Smoke hangs dimly in the air as she lets out a drag of a cigarette she was smoking. All right, let's make this quick, shall we? I am in need of your assistance. All of you. All of you are required, or asked, to attend the funeral of a dear comrade of mine, Petros Lorrimor. The Order has concerns about his recent demise. You are to go to the town, speak to his now abandoned daughter, and make sure nothing suspicious is going on. We find that his death was strange, untimely. And Petros Lorrimor is not a man for untimely things. While you're there, you'll be acting as the arm and will of the Esoteric Palatine Order. Or, excuse me. The arm and will of the Order of the Palatine Eye. Though, while you were there, I would recommend keeping that under wraps. We don't want anyone else to know the Order may be interested in what's going on in the small town of Ravengro. And she finishes scrawling something on her paper. And she looks up to each of you. Questions?
Is there any worms in this apple?
What apple, dear?
Oh, okay. Do you think there'll be any problems when we go there? Like, you think some fishies, something's wrong?
Yes.
Something.
We believe that something might be amiss in this town. I received a letter from Petros himself that something was unusual. And we have reason to believe that something may be afoot. Of course, this may be unfounded. But it doesn't hurt to check, does it? I have informed Kendra of your arrival. I have asked to stall the funeral procession before you arrive. We were listed as one of the participants of the will reading. So we are sending our agents, that's you, to act as ambassadors on behalf of the Order. Payment for this mission is going to be handled by Professor Petros Lorrimor himself. And she looks to you. Sigrid.
How many days travel is this? Will we be provided a cart?
Oh,
Rations?
Yes. You'll be taking a carriage. Ravengro is south of here. By cart, it should take only 4 or 5 days. And she points at a map that's conveniently on her desk. Life and stat.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I couldn't find it.
I know. This map is kind of... This was the best map I could find. There was everything else is awful. And Ravengro is down here.
Oh, okay. Wait, I can't wait to get to know all of my new friends. That's what she says with a grimace.
You best be off. The carriage will take you down post-haste. She waves her hand.
What is it you wanted us to do? Exactly.
Investigate the mysterious death of Petros Lorrimor.
And he's also who's paying us, is that right?
Yes, I received a letter from him, actually. It's 100 gold pieces to each of you.
Wait, he sent this letter before he died?
Yes, this is why it is most unusual. It's
Can
likely
we see the letter?
Please investigate my murder. Excellent.
The letter has been burned, of course. So, no, you can't.
Of course, as one does.
Yeah. But all the information down there should be enough to provide you with direction to go. Something is suspicious. We need you to find out what.
Okay, well.
Is it going to be an extravagant affair? Did he have many friends?
Petros Lorrimor was a man with many friends, but also many enemies. There likely will be a few people from his past. Also, likely some villagers who may have had a soft spot for him. I can't imagine it'd be very large, though. Ravengro is a very small town.
Any idea
Matthias.
how? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Matthias would like to raise his hand.
Yes, Matthias.
Do we have to wear suits? This is a person's funeral.
However you wish to dress for the affair is your own business. The Order will not be covering expenses for suits.
Oh. Okay.
That's a good question, though. Another question. Do we know how he kicked the bucket?
No. That is why it is concerning.
How long ago did he die?
I believe it was 2 weeks ago is when I received the letter.
I mean, well, I guess we'll figure it out when we see his corpse. There's a viewing, right?
Do your best to remain kind to his daughter. She will be grieving after all.
Oh.
So maybe don't barge in and ask to see the body. Have a gentle hand with this, is all I ask.
Okay. I understand. I'll be as soft as a marshmallow.
She blinks at you. Ah. Yes, that sounds good. The carriage is outside, waiting for you. And she waves her hands to kind of wave you off as she gets back to her work.
All right. Amira hops off her seat and sort of turns to everybody else who's been sitting there and says, "By the way, I guess you'll turn to this very tall human who's next to her and says, reaches her hand out and says, 'Hi, I'm Mira.
Hello, Mira.
Good to be working with you.'
I look forward to it. I am Lord Casimir Dobrescu, champion of Iomide. I also look forward to working with you.
Yeah, all right." She steps back and walks over to the other tall human, reaches her hand out. Says, "I'm Mira."
Times 5.
Matthias will kneel down a bit to give you a...
Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't kneel down.
Ooh.
Oh,
-1 mirror faction already.
Ooh, rookie mistake, Embreth says.
I would like to apologize. Matthias Blackthorn. And
All right.
he'll reach a hand out to shake yours.
All right. Turns over, goes to the next person. I guess this would be Chaz. Says, "Hi, I'm Mira."
So Chaz, you probably have to look down upon.
What?
Because he's short. He's shorter than you, Mira.
Impossible. I'm the short.
I know Dom's token is smaller, but I had to fist fight his token, so that's why
That's
it's
okay.
smaller.
That's okay.
Oh, hey, look.
Chaz was kind of not paying attention to the introduction from the judge and was just assuming that you guys would handle it. And he looks at you and he says, "Are we ready to go?"
I guess so in a second.
Okay, I'll be outside waiting for you guys. And hops off of his chair and goes over next to I'm assuming she has some sort of like coat stand.
Yeah.
And there's a very large pole sitting next to the stand with a bag over the end of it. And he picks it up and walks outside.
He must be trying to buy some hotcakes or something. She shrugs and steps over to Sigrid and says, "Hi, I'm Mira."
What he thinks. Mira. I am called Sigrid.
All right, Sigrid. It's nice working with you.
My hand will reach for yours soon. Grasp it firmly. It may pull you into the abyss.
There's
She
a
hand.
scraping sound as Casimir does that thing where he like lifts his chair up and scrapes it to get further away from.
She shakes your hand, and then looks at it, looks at you.
I'm waiting for
Shrugs and says, one such sort of breakfast, of a good breakfast, I see.
You just pull your hand away, you see that there's some faint ashes on your palm. And retreats into the opening to head outside and get in the carriage.
And eventually, one by one, you all leave and are greeted by an ominous-looking black carriage, pulled by 2 horses that also look equally as spooky.
Dobrescu will, or Casimir will be the last one to leave, and after everybody's left, he'll turn to the judge and he'll like, Your Honor, I'll keep an eye on those people. Make sure it's all done the right way. You can count on me. Then he leaves too.
Smile. Is there a sparkle?
She gives you a nod. No, they're so smile. She just gives you a
no,
very
Casimir.
simple...
Does Casimir smile?
Oh, Casimir?
Is there a sparkle?
Of course, yes.
Excellent.
And very, very soon, in short order, you find yourselves going down the road to the sleepy town of Ravengro. The city of Leipzig fades in the distance, as you were greeted mostly by farmland and empty roads. The trip is quick, if not uneventful, and before long, you reach your destination of Ravengro. The town itself looks like a very normal, quiet village on the outskirts of civilization. The houses are clumped together, close together, as a very dense fog hangs lightly in the air as you arrive closer towards the evening. You see no people out and about on the streets of Ravengro, as many shops and houses have even their shutters closed, as if something outside is out to get to them. Your carriage tumbles past the town center, which you can just tell is a town center surrounded by several shops and forges. And at the center of the square, though you don't have much time to investigate from the window of the carriage, you see a statue in the center of town. The statue stands upon a pedestal carved from stone, and you see a man standing proud with several other people behind him in a very defensive posture. Before you can investigate further, the carriage rolls along. The next stop, and your last stop, is in front of a large 2-story estate, a McMansion, if you will, that is very out of place compared to the rest of the sleepy town with its 1-story buildings and rather dour appearances. The carriage rolls to a stop in front of the mansion or estate, and as all of you step off the carriage, can you go ahead and describe what your character looks like? And introduce yourselves? Or introduce your character?
We not have drawing tools?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm
Maybe
sorry,
not.
I wanted to draw on your nice map here, but it's okay.
I'd love for you to draw my
We should
map.
have. We should have.
I was going to do
have drawn
Indiana
it.
Jones' little dotted line as we went from...
No, I'd love for you to draw my map. I'll go as you guys are introducing yourselves. I'll go see if I can find the permissions.
It took us several days to get here.
Yeah, 4
4 or
4 or 5
5.
days. Yeah.
Along the way, then
Yeah.
Casimir would have pulled out his lute and broken up our time by playing you some tunes.
Ah, yes.
Music.
He is not very good, but he seems to think he's very good because nobody ever told him he's bad
Mm.
because he's a lord. He
No.
finishes. He finishes and he like looks at all of you expectantly, waiting for praise.
That was bad.
There's a polite clap.
It's a tough crowd. This is a good one though. This is always everybody loves this when he starts playing.
Yeah,
Another one.
when you finish, Mira says, "Bless your heart."
Thank you.
Yeah, also to pass this time, Secret will pull out a Harrow deck and, you know, some cards, do some readings if people want. She explains that she does this kind of thing for a living.
You do readings, right?
Yes.
Alright, I guess I can participate. Give me a reading.
All right. She'll do like a little reading for you. It'll get really intense as the cards sing out, and then eventually say, a shadow follows you, yet it is not your own. Your hands are quick, but will they grasp salvation or ruin when the time comes? Your lucky
That was
numbers are
very...
33,
Ooh,
4, 7, 22.
I will
That would
remember
be
all of this.
5 copper. Shows out her hand.
Wait, I have to pay you?
Do we have to make a living, don't I?
I mean... Ah, crap. Okay, hold on. And...
If you spend all your money during character creation, that's fine. I don't really care. The fact that you
better
thought
pay
that
up.
that was free was telling. Anyway.
All right, I guess for Mira, what she looks like, you see a sort of about 2'10" halfling woman step out of the carriage. She always has her hood on. She has a swirling tattoo on her cheek. Um, uh, you do see that she does have sort of a mask on her side. And she has 2 daggers on her one side of her waist. She has a small backpack and a sort of the buckle that is sort of keeping that backpack on her back is also another swirling spiral buckle made of wood. She has sort of open. She's wearing shoes, but they're sort of open sandals. And you can also see a decent amount of braided white hair on her feet.
Ustalav's like
Very
a cold
cool.
climate, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a cold climate, but yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely
Cold.
it's muggy.
It's death.
So yeah, any heat is usually humidity, which is the grossest kind of heat.
Matthias is like a 5'10", average male. He's dark skin. He's wearing this leather attire from feet to shoulder high, all over his body. You see there's these raven feathers grafted around his wrists and around his collar. He has one bad eye with a cut over it, starred, of course. His hair to the sides on both the left and the right has been cut down, almost balding, while the top center portion seems to be curled into braids and off into different directions, from front to back. On his side hip, you'll see a rapier and a short sword.
Cool.
Casimir, he's a human. He's pretty big. He's 6'5". Looks like he's been well fed all his life. He's very healthy looking. He's wearing chainmail. Has a long sword and a shield. On the shield is what do you call it? This house's symbol, whatever the heraldry.
Family
Yeah.
crest.
I don't know what it is at this point yet, but he's got it on there.
Mm-hmm.
All of his gear looks it's like it's not better than what you would buy at like the general store, but it's all much more expensive. It's sort of like brand name stuff almost. I don't know if there's such a thing, but it's got like extra decorations on it and stuff like it there. But it's all standard gear. And yeah, that's him. He's clean shaven. Yeah. During the trip, he would have like pulled out his box of his shaving kit
lean
stuff.
out the window in the bumpy carriage. That's got to be dangerous.
No,
A handsome man.
Yeah. Every morning he goes through a routine where he does his face up and all that kind of stuff.
During that trip, Miro would ask to borrow that for a bit.
Of course. But when you use it, you can notice he's trying not to be obvious about it, but he's like watching you to make sure you don't ruin his stuff.
Last one he's got.
All right, and
go
in
ahead.
stark contrast to Lord Casimir is Shazazil Al-Nug. He is a gnome. He is just tall enough to get crotch level with just about everybody except Mira, I believe. He is on the carriage ride to the town. He is the most unbearable person to sit next to. He gets bored very easily, and he's like a child. He can't sit still, always poking into things. Physically, he's very compact. He's got darkened skin, looks like he's been outside quite a bit. He unusually has some silvery gray hair. Everything else about him is colored, except for that. Lord Casimir would probably pick up on this. He's very the opposite of you. You've seen militia fighters before, and it looks like Chaz has some of the bearings of a militia fighter. He's got a bow, he's got a polearm. He looks like a peasant, the way he's geared. And that's kind of what he carries around. And he is... it looks like he's always keeping an eye out. He's not particularly bothered by you all, but he looks like he's looking for something, but doesn't really say much otherwise. That's all I got.
All right. Sigrid is a slender, ashen-skinned figure. Human, but with a Nari heritage. Barely visible. Just shy of like 6 feet. She has some cracks glowing faintly across her body and her face. She has fiery orange eyes. They burn with the kind of intense but a calm light. She has wisps of ember-like hair that flicker beneath her hood. She has some talismans of bone and stone and various runes kind of hanging around her neck and her accoutrement. They sway gently when she moves. She's got straight and flowing kind of lightish robes. And she carries herself quietly. Weapons. Those keen-eyed in perception would have probably seen a hidden dagger kind of up her one of her sleeves in her robes, just for those those people that ask for fortunes but don't pay for them.
That's their fortune.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, Secret.
All right. And you all, one by one, step off the carriage. And once all of you are safely off, the coachman of the carriage tips his hat to you all. And he carts himself
What was,
away.
what was the coachman's name? Let's we see him again.
Did you ask? If you asked, his name was Burnand.
Vernon? Okay.
Mhm.
Very good
Vernon.
coachman. We want to make sure we get him again if we ever need it.
You rate him 5 stars. You pull your app on the coachman over.
All right. Yeah. Well, I guess when he's leaving, you're gonna say, "Vernon, the ride was as sweet as honey."
Thank you, ma'am. You all stay safe now. And he rumbles off. And you are left on the in the courtyard of this estate. 2 closed doors lie before you, and you are free to move about the cabin.
Casimir does some stretching and stuff after being in that wagon all that time. Gotta loosen things up.
Should we split up?
We should probably introduce ourselves. We are not accosted by any guards of this very expensive mansion.
Yeah.
Yes.
This mansion screams money.
Very expensive. Lots of jewels.
Is this the home of the dead guy?
Yes, this is.
Yeah.
this is home.
You're 2-4 now.
And his daughter is Kendra?
Yes, her name is Kendra Lorrimor.
There's nobody out here, no servants?
No, it's empty.
I'll knock on the door.
You knock on the door, and there's only a brief pause before it's opened. And standing before you is a woman who looks much more frazzled than her token shows her as. She has some small bags under her eyes, and she looks like she has been crying excessively for the past couple days. But she opens the door and she straightens her back and she gives you a pleasant smile. Oh, you must be, and she looks behind her at, you can see some people milling about behind, and she leans in, Casimir. You must be from the Order, right?
That's correct. I am
Listen to
Lord Casimir Dobrescu. He bows deeply.
Oh,
Pleasure to meet you. I am sorry for your loss.
it's
These
wonderful
are my companions.
to meet you, Lord Dobrescu, and your companions. My name is Kendra Lorrimor. Please come in. I'd love to meet all of you. And you all can step inside and get a decent look at some of the not partygoers, this is a funeral, at some of the attendees of the funeral. Different kinds of people kind of milling about. You see a man off to the left over here who seems to be looking through some books in some strange arcane room. There's a few people who are just having a nice chat across the table from each other. This old guy, he's like staring into space. You're not really sure if he looks like he's kind of died standing up, but he's standing there. And then some other people who over here, and a young man who is playing a dice game by himself. It's wonderful to meet you, Lord Casimir, and she motions to you, Chaz. May I have your name?
Jazz.
She waits, like there's more to that.
That's all he gives her. Just Chaz.
Just chat.
All right, and she'll look to the rest of you and just kind of looks eager to meet you.
It's my name's Mira. I'm really sorry for your loss. How you holding up?
I'm doing all right. And she sniffles. It's just been hard. We've been waiting a while for this funeral, and she wipes her eyes. And it's just it's been tough just having to wait, and now that it's here, it's just a lot.
Mira will reach into her, like, he'll still pull out like a napkin. and hand it
Thank
to
you.
her.
Thank you.
It's all right. It's all right, sweetie.
Thank you. Thank you. She dabs her eyes with the napkin. And the
Well,
two
then
of you.
I'll guess I introduce myself first. Matthias Blackthorne at your service, and I am so sad to hear about the passing of such a fine gentleman. But worry not, for what you have lost, you will instead have gained something much more valuable.
What's that?
That I do not know, but it is certain to be your happiness in the future.
Oh, I hope so. My dad was kind of my world and the only person I really had in my life, so
Oh,
I hope so.
that is very sad. He'll just wander off.
You wander off awkwardly.
Okay. Guess I gotta fill that space now. Okay. um. Hello, I am Secret. Call me the Ash Witch. If you present by the order, see if there is anything wrong with the death of your father.
I really appreciate the order's support in all of this. She says that part quietly.
Yeah.
You have no idea how much it means to me, just having people around. Thank you so much.
Do not worry. The struggles you face now will forge a greater strength than you can imagine.
I will choose to take some comfort in that saying. Are you actually a witch?
I do perform readings and seances sometimes.
Right. Sigrid, I would keep it down about you being a witch. The people here are a little superstitious.
Well, it's just a moniker. It's just a title. It's my work.
Even a title can be dangerous to the people who are ignorant.
Interesting.
Sorry. Come on in. Now that you're here, you're the last guest to arrive. We can start moving the casket.
Moving the casket.
She'll turn towards Indra and say, is it an open casket?
You say that, and her face gets very dark and solemn. No, it's not.
Have you I know this might be kind of hard, but have you seen him?
She kind of rubs her hands together uncomfortably. Yes, I have. I'm sorry. I would be more than happy to answer all your questions once we bury him.
Well,
I think it'll just give me a peace of mind.
that's the thing. I mean, if considering what we're here to do, it might be good to be able to see him before he gets buried.
You can go ahead and make me a diplomacy check.
Oof. Okay.
As you try to convince the grieving daughter to let you see her dead dad.
All right. Untrained.
Yo,
Here you
can
go.
we see the body?
Can I aid him?
Do
Anyway.
you want to aid him? Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Roll
I'd
your
like to aid Mira. I'll basically kind of say this is a holy person. Certainly, it would be good to have them be blessed by such a priestess.
Okay, yeah. If you'd like to roll diplomacy as well, you can feel free. All right, you can take your +1, Mira.
All right. I'll add a +1. I'm rolling this with a +1.
Alrighty.
Actually,
Oh, you get a 0. Okay. Okay. Kendra, she looks down to her feet, and upon hearing Chaz back you up that you're a holy woman, do you have any symbols of Pharasma on your person?
Yeah, so on her cheek, there's a tattoo that's of,
Okay.
of the symbol, and in
Oh,
her
I see.
buckle is also the symbol as well.
Okay.
Oh, the swirl.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Mira, you know that Ustalav is very, very big on Pharasma. Whether you're from Ustalav or not, like Pharasma is Ustalav's patron deity. They worship. She's like the main god here.
Mhm.
So seeing your tattoo and your symbol, she nods. All right, okay, yeah. Maybe before we move the casket, you can just look quickly. Please come with me. She's gonna start walking.
Jazz would say to Mira, small stick together.
Oh, this map isn't online correctly. Can you guys make it through?
Yeah.
As we're walking away, can I like peek over
Mhm.
to see if there's anyone who was gazing in our direction?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check.
All right, you want it blind?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay. So are you looking for any suspicious looks coming
Ju-
to your direction?
Just as we're walking down the hall, my eye quickly glances to the surrounding people and just
Okay.
anyone's looking at us noticeably when that entire exchange was going on.
hmm So immediately, the three people that the two people up here, all of them, when you entered the room, you got looks. And when you entered, they seemed to turn their backs to you, peeking over their shoulders every so often to make sure like you're not trying anything funny. They seem to be suspicious of you, especially like these two people over here. You also notice that the man that was in the left corner when you guys entered, which was this fella over here. Here, I'll pop this up on the screen. He also looked over, and he came out of the room actually to kind of like check you guys out. But there's no malicious intent behind anyone's gaze, more of a...
That's just what happens at a party. New
yeah,
people
this
walk
kind of
in.
happens at a party. Yeah,
Not a party.
pretty much.
A funeral.
Not
Sorry.
not a party.
Not a
funeral,
party.
Funeral.
This is really sad.
It's a sad funeral. But other than that, the old man seems to be engrossed in whatever is going on in his brain. And then the two other gentlemen down here are engrossed in a conversation. This gentleman over here, he is being very loud, very boisterous. The gentleman across from him likely didn't hear any conversation that you just had with Kendra, as he is trying to follow the conversation in any way he can. But you are allowed to, move your way through the estate, and Kendra's going to bring you into this room. And in this room, there is a casket. It is made of dark wood. It has it's not fancy at all. It has some wreaths and some flowers, but it is closed. Here, I'll use my fancy drawing tools because I have permission to do it. Oh, maybe I don't have permission to do it. Here we go.
And don't worry, anything
Matthias
goes
will
wrong, you
lean
just blame
down.
Derby.
I always blame Diver for everything. Oh, it's because I have levels on. That's why. How do I turn that on? Not that this mansion has multiple levels in it.
Matthias will lean down to Mira. No, well, not lean down.
You did it again.
Whisper.
Yeah, careful,
I forgot.
careful.
I forgot.
Minus
I forgot.
2.
Sorry.
Unfriendly.
You think that it's not an open casket because he probably got stabbed in the face multiple times, do you think?
I mean, that's what we're trying to find out. You probably shouldn't say that because her daughter's right here.
We've been walking through this place here. Casimir is just like looking at all the expensive stuff and like a running commentary about what a beautiful home it is.
All right, she comes up to the casket, and turns around and says, "Can I borrow one of those stools?"
Oh, sure. Kendra will drag over a stool for you.
Mhm.
And she will lift the lid of the coffin for you. She doesn't look herself. She's seen this already, so she doesn't necessarily want to.
It's okay. I understand.
But Mira, you see a man. It's a dead guy.
Mhm.
However, he has no recognizable head. It seems like his entire face has been caved in and crushed with insurmountable force. It is like, it's gross. It's just super gross. Like, you can, as a cleric of Pharasma, you could tell they tried, but the face was so... It was just destroyed. The head was just totally annihilated.
She begins to say something like, "Oh, they and then she stops herself, and then says, yeah, not good, not good. I'm very sorry, Kendra.
Yes.
We'll make sure we figure out who did this
Who?
or what."
You don't think someone tried to murder him or did murder him, do you?
We don't know.
How did he die?
An accident. The sheriff said it was an accident.
What sort
What
of
kind
accident?
of what sort of accident?
We don't know. They just found him like this. He was missing for a few days, and they found his body like this.
The sheriff of this place said it was an accident?
Yes.
What's his name?
She again gets kind of uncomfortable talking about this. The sheriff's name? Sheriff's name is in my notes. Second.
Also, I think we were asked not to overwhelm Kendra with about. We should do our own investigation.
Sheriff Kahlers. He's the one who found the body.
Right.
I'll drop his name in chat here.
I'll take a moment to just look over the body and, like, seeing how the face got crushed in, see if I can kind of tell maybe what could have caused it. At least, like, okay, I know it's like a lot of force, but is it like something small, something really big?
Of course, yeah.
No.
Just make a medicine check.
All right. You want this blind?
No.
All right.
Hey, he looks like a crushed grape.
Wow, great roll. You can tell the object or whatever that crushed him. What was a good size comparison I can give you? It was pretty big.
Oh, pretty big. Okay.
Yeah, it's I'm trying to think of just something that's like comparison to the side, but I can't really think of anything right now. It's like a minivan, like a really compact cars, like super compact you see in Japan.
Okay,
that-
so like a cart.
Yeah, like a cart. That's a good one. Yeah, like a cart.
Okay.
Very heavy cart.
Okay. All right. I guess
But
what she
just
would
his
want
face
to
is mangled. The rest of his body seems kind of okay.
The rest of his body seems fine. I'm with using Mira's medicine check. You can tell from the best of your knowledge with just medicine, the cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head.
Base region.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
I'd like to try to get Kendra out of the room.
Okay.
I'd like to ask her if she could introduce us to some of the other guests, and I'd like to see if Casimir's kind of stuck in the corner, and see if Matthias or Sigrid would like figure this out, what I'm doing, and help her get out of the room.
Oh, Kendra dear. You seem very overwhelmed. Please, let us leave this area and focus on the positivity.
That's a great idea, Matthias.
She looks like she's going to decline your offer. However, she looks at the cleric of Pharasma, and she trusts you to be alone with the dead body. So she will nod and go, "Sure, yes."
As she leaves, Mira will turn by and says, "It's okay, Kendra. It's good to celebrate his life by talking to the people who are here for him."
Of course. And she will leave the room and she'll go back to the main parlor. So once she leaves with most of the party, Mira, what are you doing?
All right. So she's looking at the body, seeing she wants to look at sort of the I guess right now since it's kind of been dressed up for the funeral and then closed into the casket. I guess she would want to just go ahead and check the rest of the body, like the part that isn't the face, because the face definitely stands out. Like just check if there's anything else on the body that can be a clue.
Yeah, you can look over the rest of the body. I mean, I also use your medicine check because this is like your whole look over of the body. Nothing strikes you guys on the rest of the body.
Okay.
He has no items with him. Looks like all those were taken from his corpse after he's found. It looks like something or someone crushed this dude's head in.
Okay. All right. She'll sort of say a sort of quick prayer to Pharasma, making sure that he gets. It's been a while from what she knows that he's been dead for a while, but just to hopefully guide his soul to the river and close the casket back.
Okay. You close it and you get ready to leave the room. The rest of you who went with Kendra, Matthias, do you walk over to the very portly man on the table? On the table, the couch.
I just throw myself into a seat next to the man, fascinated by what he's boasting about, at least pretending to.
And then I killed several more of them. It was crazy. You have no idea. And he his hands are like all extravagant as he talks, and the man across from him does not look impressed in the slightest. So you are telling me you had killed several dogs and claim them to be werewolves? Oh, I did not claim them to be werewolves. They were werewolves. I am Durston, werewolf hunter extraordinaire. Oh, crazy. Oh, what of you, my friend? How many werewolves have you killed? And he looks to you, Matthias.
Oh, I happen to be a werewolf aspect myself as well, and I have killed over dozens over more than you.
You're no such thing.
Oh, I would bet 3 coppers I have.
Oh, he punches you in the shoulder a little too hard.
Ah.
You are going to get along with me, my friend. What is your name?
Matthias Blackthorn, my good sir, and yours?
I am Dustin Arisir, at your service. You are you a friend of the professor? Is that why you are here?
Ah, yes, I have heard of his passing, and I must say I'm deeply troubled by it. He taught me well.
Oh, you were a student of his?
Yes. Well, was.
He frowns. Yes, his death has troubled us all. He meant a lot to many people, including myself and my own late father. Did you know, Matthias, my friend, that my father, the one, the only... Oh, I lost his name. My father, the one, the only, other werewolf hunter, adventured with Petros Lorrimor for years. Years! Dozens of adventures together. Fighting side by side all across the Golarion, going to Tianzia, Osirion. They even at one point went to that famous place called Alkenstar. Have you heard of it?
No.
It is this great place of Wild West. There is lots of machineries and probably a lot of illegal stuff.
And you said your father traveled with the professor.
Yes, he traveled with them for many years. He died on one of the expeditions to the Mwangi Expanse several years ago with the professor, when I was just a young boy.
Oh, you have my condolences.
My father went out doing what he loves, adventuring in the great unknown.
You have my heart and my blessing for what you have been through, and for such a great man your father was. And as for you, my good sir, certainly if you're here, you must have some tales of the professor. Do tell.
Well,
I half expected this guy to sneak away now that you've occupied his spot in the conversation, like at a real party. But he didn't. He's trapped.
the man behind him does sneak away before he interacted. Yes, I have many stories. This adventuring party that Thurston speaks of, the professor was a part of. I was one of its members before everyone else retired or died.
Oh my, we're seeing a living legend before us.
I would not call myself such.
Well,
with
you
phrase.
are living.
Half. He winks. And he flashes you a smile, and you can see, like, fangs coming down.
Like a vampire? Great.
Oh. Oh, okay. That tells a lot.
He leans back on the couch.
I'm gonna just go wander a bit, see where the wind takes me. Mingle with the guests a bit more.
Oh, good luck, my friend.
Good luck to you in your werewolf hunting.
He
Remember,
gives you a salute.
go for the eyes and their tails.
Oh, the tails sell for the best price at the market, my friend.
Also, it makes for a fine fashion accessory.
Absolutely. He strokes his beard.
With eyes is going to get up. Just walk away.
As you get up, you hear, he's not very quiet, but you hear Durston, he goes, "Why do you have to do that, Quinley? You always flash your teeth and scare everyone away." Yeah. If they can't take it, then they can't take it.
He's then going to mosey over to Chaz.
So Chaz,
Only
do you
just
find
staring at this
yourself?
old guy. Give me a description of this old guy.
This old guy, here, let me grab his art for you. So this old guy is old. He has wrinkles upon wrinkles upon wrinkles. He has a mustache to rival even you, honestly. If he had the beard, it would be complete. He is a halfling, and he is like staring off into space. And as you kind of get closer and study him for a bit, you see that he has something in his hands, which is some strange bronze device that he's kind of twisting and turning. Almost kind of like a fidget toy, but you can tell it's something much more advanced, and it's like some strange invention of some kind. And he's staring into space.
So he doesn't respond when I walk up next to him.
You give him 30 seconds and he does. Like, you stare at him, eventually his blue eyes will turn to you.
How's this guy dressed? Like, what kind of, is he like middle class, upper class?
Definitely middle class. He has a set of like goggles around his neck. And he has lots of implements of some kinds, like surgical tools, wrenches. But he looks to be middle class, like a shop owner kind of deal. And he looks.
I'll say it's really unfortunate what happened, don't you think?
Huh? Who's there? Oh, hello, young man. How are
Hello.
you? What
I'm as good as-
happened?
Do you know where we're at?
Why, we're an Ustalav, of course.
What's your name?
My name is Doc Grimbleshanks.
That's a great name.
Thank you. My mother gave it to me.
So, did you know the deceased?
Oh, Petros Lorrimor, yes? Yes, I was in an adventuring party with him years ago before I retired.
Really? You must have some very amazing stories.
Oh, yes. Very amazing stories. But there was one tale we were never able to accomplish.
If
He
you
looks off wistfully.
if you don't mind telling me, I'll listen.
Do you like water, my boy?
Who doesn't?
Exactly. Have you ever thought, fathom, if you will, what is under the water? And I'm not talking just a few feet down, but underneath the great lakes of our great Ustalav.
I've never thought about it, to be honest.
Imagine an invention that could descend the very depths of the sea, the lakes. He stops talking and stares off.
That sounds fantastic. I think about this time Matthias would probably come strolling up.
Yes.
And
you
he-
come
he-
strolling up with
He
us.
gives you a look as you approach, like, this guy's not all there.
He'll take a moment, look. Oh god, you're right.
Oh, hello, young man. Would you like a candy?
Say yes.
You know, if we were anywhere else, that statement would be completely taken in the wrong context.
It's peppermint.
Sure.
He holds out a candy to you. It's just a peppermint candy, like a little mint.
He'll unwrap it and just pop it in.
It tastes like a mint.
Minty. Chaz, we gotta talk.
Oh, okay. Bye, Doc.
Oh,
Grimbleshanks.
goodbye, young man. I hope to see you soon.
You never know.
Never know. If you find yourself in Leipzig, please come by my shop.
We were just there. Oh.
Oh, dang. He goes back to staring at a wall.
His name is almost as good as yours, Chaz.
Should I even ask what that's about?
You're gonna have to kneel down because I'm not gonna talk to you while you're away.
Okay, I've been.
Plus
I
one
look,
friendship with Chaz.
after the thing with Mira, I don't know if kneeling down is even a good thing anymore.
Listen, my neck is gonna hurt, and
It's
I'm
like
not
the
staring at your
restroom.
groin.
Oh, you small people are so weird. Fine, he'll
Don't be
kneel down.
racist.
You know what? Never mind. You're right.
Matthias
You're
can't
right.
win.
I can't win at all. Okay. Did you gather anything from that old coot?
He used to travel with the. I'm sorry. I want to say his name is Petros.
Petros. I'll put it in the chat here.
He said he used to travel with Petros, and they were part of an old adventuring party. And then he was going off about some thing that can go under the water and explore under the lakes of Ustalav. That's really as far as I got. He's very, not here.
Another party member. I too came across one of Petrus's companions. You see that man dressed in the most edgiest attire I can possibly imagine.
Yes, the one with the white hair.
Yes, that one. It seems he was also a party member of Petrus's old group.
Does that guy
In
look
fact-
old?
No. I would say he looks like maybe in his late 30s. But no, he's not. I wouldn't say he looks like an old man. Just has white hair, comes with the territory.
Also, the man boasting, the big one with the pelt around his body and whatnot, he's the son of a late member of Petrus's old crew.
Okay, so that makes sense for them to all be here.
Also, the one with the white hair has some really sharp teeth.
Like he files them?
Actually, that's a good question. I want to say no, but I won't deny there's a possibility.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, that's the report.
I guess we'll see how the others do.
Yes.
While you two were having your conversations, Casimir, is there anyone you wanted to approach, or you want to stick near Kendra?
He's staying near Kendra. He's just chatting her up with nothing really relevant, just sort of like gossip about, noble gossip, things that rich people gossip. See if they basically finding out any acquaintances they might have in common, sort of thing, or things of that nature. There, yeah. While he's talking to her, he'll sort of, indicate these two down here, these two guys, especially this one here, and he's like, "Those two don't seem to fit in here. Did they wander in? Would you like me to ask them to leave?"
Oh no, they're invited. Those two, as well as Endivian, and she points to this gentleman over here, and Dr. Grimbleshanks were also stipulated in the will, so they came for the will reading after the funeral as well.
Very good. I think he'll just continue just chatting with her.
And you do recognize the name Endivian, actually. You're from Caliphas, right?
Correct.
You are aware of the Adrison family. They are a noble house in Caliphas, but they primarily actually left most of their fortune behind and moved to Leipzig to kind of to conduct most of their business there. But you can be familiar with that name as it is a noble house in Ustalav.
Okay. I don't have any to say to him right now.
Sigrid,
Mm-hmm.
did you wander over these people over here who definitely were giving you the cold shoulder the entire time?
No. I wasn't gonna approach them. I was actually gonna approach the kid.
Ooh, okay,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, you walk over to the kid, and as you approach, these two kind
Well,
of slide
I
down.
sit across from him. Kind
Yeah.
of see what he's doing.
He's playing with some marbles, and he looks up to you. He gets a big smile on his face. Oh,
What the shit?
you're new? Because the map is totally
Okay.
busted.
I'm sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. So he's playing with marbles. So he's playing with dice.
Nice marble. You got
Okay, he got a couple games.
It's got a couple games. It's got some cards on the table too.
Oh wow, this is my best friend. Yeah. So I'm just gonna try and approach it in a friendly manner and just want to ask him what game is he playing.
Well, I'm not really playing any games right now. I mean, most of the games I know are two people. So right now I'm just kind of rolling things around and until the show gets on the road.
Would you like an opponent then to pass the time?
I would love an opponent. He hands you some dice.
All right.
Who are you?
My name is Sigrid.
Oh, you're not from here, are you?
I was born in Ustalav, but
Mm,
from here, no.
That's why everyone's giving you the cold shoulder. And he looks at the two adults who've actually moved away. Like they've stood up and they have
I was
left
gonna
you.
ease off, but they were on their conversation while I was playing the game. Oh, I'll get them. It's not when you tackle them. It's them for sure. Anyway.
All the adults here are all super. They don't like anyone that's not from Ravengro.
See, it's their loss.
That's what I'm saying. That's what my mom always says, too. She's always welcoming to everyone that comes to Ravengro. Oh, I'm Pervin. And he holds out a hand.
Okay, I shake his hand. Sit down
Pervin Elkarid.
to the game. What is your relationship to... Does your family know the Lorrimirs?
Yeah, my mom did. My mom owns the tavern in town called the Laughing Demon.
Oh, that is a very nice... Very much like to go there.
Oh, definitely. You might end up seeing it before the night is over. She's in the back right now, making drinks for everyone. But Lorrimor was a frequent there, and she was one of the first people to really welcome him to the town and accept him. So.
Another outsider.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lorrimor and Kendra came a couple years ago, but I was just little, so. But I know all the adults are all stiffy about it.
About who? About...
Lorrimor, and just anyone who's not from Ravengro.
I see. They must have deep roots here.
They do, yeah. You know, it's hard to get the talk of the town when everyone gives you the cold shoulder. So, you know, if you ever need an informant for anything, mysterious lady, you know who to call.
Oh, yes. Yes, a businessman. Yes, I've
Mm-hmm.
I've hired many urchins in the past.
What? I'm not... Don't call me an urchin.
It is a form of endearment.
Oh, okay, cool. I run the paper here in Ravengro, you see. It's an official business. He rolls some dice.
All right.
And at this point, Mira, you come back into the room.
Can on my way over here,
yeah.
before they escaped my aura, could I have
Yeah.
tried a perception check on what they were talking about? Unless it was specifically about me,
Sure.
then I don't care.
You can make perception check if you'd like.
I would like to see if I
Yes,
caught any of
of
our
course.
conversation as I sat down before they escaped.
Yeah.
Here's a check.
Yes, they were definitely this guy especially was talking mad shit about you guys. He was definitely being a little judgy bitch. Watching you guys walk around and talk to everyone. The woman was not as judgmental, was more so just kind of tolerating his bitching.
Okay.
But she's still, you know, not you're still outsiders to her, so.
Okay.
But they were definitely gossiping about you guys.
Okay. Yeah. I just try to make a good impression on sorry, what was the
Pervin.
Pervin,
Mhm.
Elkarid. Yeah, I do like little magic tricks.
Unfortunate name.
Stage magician.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, tough one for him.
Very cool.
Oof.
It's a family name, okay? Sure it is. And at this point, Mary, you do come back into the room.
Okay. She'll turn to Kendra and say, I'm done. I did give him a prayer from Pharasma to help guide him to her judgment.
Thank you. I'm sure Father Gainsborough will also assist him in his passing once we arrive at the burial site.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, we should get moving before it gets too late. The sun is already nearly gone. It'll be dark out by the time we get to the cemetery.
All right, let's get this going in the oven.
Get this scone in the oven, is that what you said?
The scone? Okay. All right.
These puppies ain't gonna hush themselves.
All right. Thank you everyone for coming. We're going to start the procession now. Where's Zokar? And Pervin across from you, Sigurd pipes up. Mom's in the kitchen making drinks. Oh. She wants to get everyone drunk at a funeral. Well,
She is
to carry the
advertising in
casket.
business.
To carry the casket, I'll need 6 volunteers. To be pallbearers. Is anyone willing?
Of course.
It's gonna be lopsided.
Oh, this is just a joke waiting to happen.
I mean, I'll carry it if you guys need help.
So the casket will require 6 people to carry. Mira, as someone who is well versed in Terasma culture and funeral rites for the deceased, it is very common custom for the people of Ustalav to carry their dead to their resting place, with a procession led by the next of kin, which in this case would be Kendra.
Okay.
All right, so we have Casimir and Chaz, and anyone else willing?
The route's done. Over here. Come join us.
Oh, yes, excellent. I will of course be of service to you, Mistress Kendra.
Yes, you're worth 2 people at least.
I am worth 3 people.
Even better.
All right, so that's 3. Doc Grimmelstein stepped forward. Kendra, I am more than happy to bear the weight of the casket. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. How about you can just walk. That's okay. Oh no, I am incredibly powerful and strong. Thank you, Doc. Please, just how about you walk? I'm sure someone else would be more than willing to assist.
You there, good sir.
You talking to me?
Well, there's no one else I am talking to. Yes, I'm talking to you.
All right, okay. He gets up. I will be a pallbearer as well if it is required of me. Right, so that is 4, right? Hang on, let me move the casket so everyone can be out here. 1 second. This wonderfully drawn casket that we have over here. Right.
Mira, you are part of the group, right?
Wait, you're asking me if I can carry that casket? Look at her. She's 2'10".
Do you want me to dignify that with an actual response?
Yes.
Then I think you got it in you to do so.
Another one. Missing the sausage for his hot breakfast. Let's ask that guy over there with the glasses.
I thought that was empowering. You know what? I just can't win with this.
Excuse me, good sir.
Oh, you said that guy with the glasses, and this guy is like expecting you to walk over to him. You walk past. He's like,
man.
This guy's been kind of like in the periphery of our vision the whole night. He was doing his magic circle stuff. He saw us walk in. He came over. No one said anything.
He's like, okay, I guess I'll go over here.
Right.
All right. Do you walk over to this gentleman over here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Hello.
Hello. I'm Mira, priest of Pharasma. Can you help us with this procession?
Unfortunately, I cannot. I'm simply not strong enough.
Okay.
He goes, oh, that was easy. Okay, cool.
Excuse me, sir. This guy said he was too weak to carry the thing. Can you do it?
Oh, damn.
He snickers a little bit. I would be more than happy to help you.
Wonderful.
You said your name was Mira, correct?
Yes, Mira.
It's nice to meet you, Mira.
Oh, nice to meet you too. I didn't get your name.
Endivian Adrisant.
Endivian.
You can just call me Vion.
Okay, Vion. It's a lot easier on my tongue.
I get that reaction quite a bit. Now, we best be off before things get dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I just
All right.
politely say good games with Carrion, and then I'll join him. Yeah, I'm not gonna okay the casket. They probably get antsy. Also, I assume a check's gonna be involved, but I do not want that responsibility.
Definitely will be involved. You're right.
Yeah, I didn't want that responsibility either, Red.
I am not gonna drop someone's cat because I'm gonna have their funeral.
And Sigrid, as you say good game to Pervin, you hear a clatter, a noise, a disturbance from the right side of the room as a woman, a very busty woman, comes out from the kitchen carrying several drinks and trays. And you were very quick to recognize that these are shots. And she goes, "Oh, wait, I'm coming. I brought shots for everyone. Oh, we're leaving. Oh, well. 1 second. I will. When we get back, we can have some drinks, okay?" And she scuttles off into back to the kitchen.
Wait, the spirits, sometimes require spirits themselves. It helps lift everyone's spirits.
That is exactly what I am saying. You are an intelligent woman.
Definitely swipe a shot. I mean, you don't.
Yeah, she goes to you. There'll be plenty more where that came from later tonight, and she'll put the shots on the table over here, but she will get in line for the procession as well.
This is the line. Oh, that makes sense.
Oh well, it's just kind of a group, they're clustering over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like we're gonna move maps in a second. So, alrighty. So with the pallbearers chosen, there is you guys heave. You heave the casket up over your shoulders. And can everyone who's carrying the casket, make me an athletics check?
I'm assuming I'm holding it over my head.
Yeah, you're doing your best over there. Thankfully, you were kind of partnered with Endivian over here, who, from a very quick glance, is a wizard and does not have a lot of strength. So thankfully, both of you are able to kind of balance out the back end of the casket. So you're not totally just dangling from it. Okay. They're also gonna roll. Oh, I forgot what level these guys were. Oh, jeez. Okay. And Divion. Great. So, with their combined efforts, you're able to move the casket. There is some slight fumbling on the part of Matthias and Vion, but for the most part, you guys are able to get out. So the procession is going to take you through the streets of Ravengro itself. It is a very quiet, somber affair, and much like you saw when you took the carriage inside, there is no one on the streets. If there happens to be an open window, it is quickly shut before you pass. This town is not friendly towards outsiders, and it seems that there has been an influx of outsiders due to the funeral. And you guys are gonna walk. Yeah, I'll bring you over to this map just so we can see what this lovely little town looks like as you guys walk through it. So this is the town of Ravengro. You guys move through it.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. Oh, shoot. You guys can't see, can you?
Oh.
Sorry. Here I am monologuing. There we go.
Hey.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Hey.
Alrighty, so this is the town of Ravengro, as you find yourselves walking through it. It is a very misty night. There's a very slight rainfall. But for the most part, it is almost a ghost town, as you find yourselves moving through its streets. Your destination is the cemetery, known to the people of Ravengro as the Restlands. And we're just gonna jump around over that map, actually.
Wait, where was this?
Hmm?
Never mind.
The Wrestlands?
Where
The
was it?
Wrestlands.
So we went through
It's
most of the
southwest
town,
corner.
like from one end to the other.
Probably not from one
Yeah.
end to the other. They didn't put the Wrestlands on the Ravengro map, so I'm assuming it's like somewhere
Oh, okay.
in there.
Probably near the church or something.
Yeah, they didn't put the church on there either. It's somewhere, I'm sure. You know, classic Pathfinder adventures. They kind of just forget to put things on the map sometimes. But you'll get a good view of the town, going through. There you go. Now you guys can see. Look at that. The Wrestlands, just for the sake of it, we will say, is near the church. It is a pretty large cemetery where the people of Ravengro bury their dead. You are entering from this side of the Wrestlands. And as you start to pass through the gates are incredibly well maintained. Mira being a cleric of Pharasma, you can appreciate how well maintained the graveyards is, especially compared to the rest of the town. The rest of the town is a little low end, but the Wrestlands themselves are very well maintained. They even have street signs, which is pretty cool.
Oh.
And as you walk through the gates, several of the procession goers take a hand and they will draw a spiral over their hearts. And all of you can see this, and those of you familiar with the Pharasman religion can tell they are making kind of holy signs as they pass through the gates.
He whispers that to Lord Kaz.
What's that?
Those people are making the symbol of Pharasma.
Wow.
And you find yourself on the Ancestors' Walk. There's a convenient street sign or path sign. Kendra will quietly say to the pallbearers that they intend to walk down the Ancestors' Walk, take a left to the Dreams Wake, and then a right to the Eversleep. And that is where the grave of Professor Lorrimor has been dug. Are there any conversations you have while you have this somber march through Ravengro and the Wrestlands?
Are we there yet? This shit is heavy.
Ask Lord Kaz. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, did anyone have like it's really dark, right? Like, do we have like
Yeah.
proper lighting? And
I'll go ahead and cast light on the my holy symbol.
Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna light my lantern.
Yeah, you light your lantern, Mira, you cast light. And Divion will briefly take his hand off the casket to also cast light, just so those in the back can also see. So we can get a good view. Make sure you guys don't trip over everything.
Mhm.
The light doesn't penetrate too far because it is very misty and foggy. It's very difficult to see super far in front of you. As you guys are walking, can you guys just make me a perception check? Hidden, please. Here, I'll draw where you guys are right now.
It is unfortunate I'm carrying this casket, otherwise I could play a song. I played a song at Lord Chalmers' funeral, and it brought everyone to tears.
Oh, we are so moved by your inability to not play the music.
Oh.
Perhaps after we deliver the casket, I can play.
Oh God, someone kill me, please.
Everyone is a little distracted by either focusing on carrying the casket or just maybe some of the quiet sobs that Kendra is letting out as you walk. Lord Casimir,
Yes.
you are the only one to notice this with your natural 20. As you are beginning to turn onto the Eversleep, you're getting almost to its intersection at its crossroad. You see a set of figures approaching you. seeming to come out from different locations of the Restland, but they're kind of all congregating in the path that you need to take. And with your natural 20 perception check, I will also let you know that these figures in the mist seem to be carrying poles of some kind, or shovels or pitchforks.
Where are they on the map? Like right up here?
Yeah, they're like right here. Like you will run into them once you get to that crossroads.
Well, who's next to me? Is Kendra? That's her name, right? Kendra?
Kendra, you're a pallbearer, so next to you is, in front of you is Matthias, and to your behind is Chaz, and to your left across the coffin is Quinley.
Matthias, look at those fellows up there. They're odd for a funeral.
When he points it out, Matthias, you see them.
Why would
Oh.
they bring pitchforks to a funeral? Perhaps it's some local custom.
Are they approaching us?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'll look over, see if what Kendra's reaction is to this air. Or somebody native to this area, if anybody else is reacting to it.
They don't see them.
Oh.
You can tell you've only saw them because you rolled so well, but you are on a collision course with them. You can probably, in a few minutes, they will be visible to the entire party.
Okay.
This is kind of your moment if you want to make a reaction before anyone else can.
Casimir doesn't know that they're any sort of a threat or anything. He's just going to keep on going. Nobody else seems to be bothered by him, so he's assuming that
No one
they're
else could see them. But
supposed to be. Well, he doesn't know that.
Yeah. So as you start moving, eventually these figures become visible to everyone. Still blurry, but at this point you are about 30 feet away from them, 20 feet away from them. They are within speaking distance, and Kendra stops when she sees these people standing there, and she looks a little nervous as people emerge from the mist fully into your view. They are farmers. They wear funny little farming hats. They have pitchforks and other farming implements. And you do not need an insight check to know that they are unhappy. One of the men steps forward. He is a lot more burlier than the rest of the farmers behind him. And he carries a razor, like a shaving razor, instead of a pitchfork. That's far enough. We've been talking, and we don't want Lorrimor buried in the Restlands. You can take him upriver and bury him there if you want, but he ain't going in the ground here. Kendra looks really surprised when with this, but she's very swift to respond. What are you talking about? I arranged this with Father Grimborough. He's waiting for us. The grave's already been... And she gets cut off. You don't get it, woman. We won't have a necromancer buried in the same place as our kin. I suggest you move out while you can. Folks here are pretty upset about this right now. Necromancy? Are you ignorant? And she gets a little upset, and that was the time she'd like to interrupt.
Yeah, Mira will say and says, wait, necromancy?
Yeah, that man right there, necromancer. Everyone knows it. We won't let you sully our Restlands with his necromantic essence.
I looked over his body myself, and I didn't see any signs of it.
What is that supposed to mean? You saying that a necromancer has some kind of signs that they're necromancing? You don't know what you're talking about, girl.
As a priestess of Pharasma, I do think I do.
Would you like to make a diplomacy or intimidation check?
Oof.
You,
Let me see.
Oh,
You
hang
lot-
on. I have,
Well-
I have,
Let me see. Hold on.
hang on.
Hold on.
I have a fun little thing for you. Hang on. Don't roll anything yet.
you lot need to make a path here.
Before
Alright,
we
diplomacy.
before we get things get heated, can we please put this casket down?
The man steps forward.
Oh, there's a lot more than I thought.
Oh yeah, there's actually technically more of them. Hang on, let me just.
All right.
There we go.
This is Alec Baldwin looking for
the man. The man steps forward and he goes, "No, you don't. You turn right around with that casket and you march on out of here." I don't care what you say about being a Pharasman priest. We know what we know, and we will not have a necromancer with our kin. He looks like he's ready to fight if no one else talks him down.
You
The choice
you
looms ahead, friend.
farmers need to make way. This isn't your business. This man we have in this casket is he's a good man.
Is
Wealthy
that what
man.
they told you? Who are you even? Some outsider from far away? Hang on, you switched accents. Oh well.
Yes. I'm
Yes.
Lord Fabrescu.
What
I
do
am
you
from some distance away.
What do you know of our customs?
Well,
You don't know nothing. So probably some city kid off the way from Califas, right? Or Leipstadt. You don't know what it's like out here. You don't know shit.
well, Miss Lorrimor said she had made the official plans and did the documents and all that for her father to be buried here. So I think it's already been approved. So now you have to make way. Don't make this into something uglier than it already is.
You also can roll a diplomacy check, and as you do, Red, did you want to also chime in with something?
I was just gonna say something cryptic and not very helpful. I say both options carry regret, friend. Speak of necromancy.
Okay.
I hear if you spill blood on cemetery grounds, skeletons will climb up to drink it.
Make it a fucking intimidation
Really?
check, you fucking weirdo. Make an intimidation check.
Me?
You freak. Yeah, what
Yeah,
the
I'll,
heck?
I'll
That's
make
crazy.
I'll make intimidation check. I thought they already rolled their check, so yeah.
I'm gonna like do them together, don't worry.
Oh sure.
So
All right.
we all can be involved.
Should it be blind?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Can make, you both are gonna know.
Okay.
Okay. He hearing you, oh, your token isn't fixed. My bad. Your solicitors read.
Oh.
Hearing you, Sigrid,
My bad.
he spits on the ground.
Sigrid.
Sigrid, got him.
Found out.
He spits on the ground at your threats. But
I was telling him. Anyway.
but Casimir, as you say that, he starts to get a little hesitant, and he takes a step back.
Let's go.
Oh, I
He'll
don't
step
want to mess
forward.
with no law, I suppose. You. He just kind of he glares, and it looks like he's gonna get actually turned to leave. But before he has a chance to leave, the mob behind him is still riled up. So this farmer here, the dishonest Ravengro thug, takes a step forward with their shovel and it slams the back of this man's head, knocking him out. We ain't letting you get by nothing. And they're gonna roll into initiatives. Oh, that's how I know Darby's here. He made him unconscious. 3 of the thugs back here are actually going to flee when they see their leader get cold clocked by one of their own. So they do run. But these all are going to roll into initiative, as are you guys, as they want to fight you guys real bad.
I would feel really bad if I would have dropped this casket. Are we dropping it?
You can lower it softly.
Alright, fine.
Alright, so you guys are going to be put into initiative.
Can
You
I
guys are not going to be in combat. They are non-combatants.
can I use something besides perception for initiative?
If you'd like to use diplomacy, yeah.
All right.
I definitely do not want to use diplomacy for initiative.
Right, is that everyone?
You really don't want to make the spirits angry.
I'm not in.
Yelling very loudly.
not
They
in?
are trying to sleep.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, thank you.
Well, let me grab our cool combat music that is really, really poppin'. Look at all
Wow.
these dice.
A lot of people.
Yeah, look how big the initiative is. Look incredible. Alrighty. First up on initiative is Endivian. Oh wow, this is already breaking out the Bloodmore music. That's crazy. I'm starting to think I should have made another playlist with like basic combat music, you know? Well, that's fine. We get to listen to Bloodborne. Alrighty. Vion is going to look around as this man gets cold blocked, and seeing there's going to be a fight, he sighs. I don't know if it was incredibly obvious or not, but I would not recommend killing the civilians, despite their eagerness to harm us.
Wasn't even a thought. Beyond.
Wonderful. Does this do damage? It does not do damage. Excellent. He is going to step up, cast a spell. Actually, that's a 3 action. So he is going to step up. Oh, actually, he's a pallbearer. So, pallbearers. Oh, I forgot. Let me get you all over there. All right, pallbearers. You am I missing one of them? I am missing one of them. I'm missing my good man, Durston. So pallbearers, you will need to ready an action to lower this casket, or you could just drop it. But that's up to you guys. So Vion is going to ready his action to drop the casket. Not drop it, but lower the casket gently. I think it's going to be on Shaz's turn. Yeah, it's going to be on Shaz's turn. Yeah. So that's what he's going to do. He readies to lower it. Mira, you are up with Kendra. You are not a pallbearer. You are free.
All right. She's gonna say, tell Kendra to get back.
I'm not going to stand around and let these people bully us around, especially when it comes to burying my father.
That's fine, but I don't want them to hurt you.
I am the daughter of Petros Lorrimor. I'm a lot stronger than you think I am.
Okay. All right. You say so. Alrighty. In that case, Mira's going to go ahead and let me see here. We're gonna go ahead and cast a spell. And we're gonna go ahead and cast Bless.
Oh shit, nice, okay.
All right. And then they'll take some time to get to me. We'll go ahead and use the first action to sustain it, making it bigger.
Excellent.
Yeah. And that'll be my turn.
You hold up your holy symbol of Pharasma, and it's what color is your magic?
It is a blue and white.
Blue and white. This blue and white light kind of cascades over the graveyard, illuminating headstones in the darkness.
It's very similar color to my dice. So here, this color.
Nice. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Very cool. Kendra's turn. Kendra is going to go ahead and cast a spell. You and allies. She's going to cast Protective Wards as she draws an arcane glyph in the air, and she casts it. Her magic is also blue.
Did the music stop for anybody else?
Yeah, it definitely did. Hang on. I'm having this problem with the music. Let me try that. That might fix it. So that is one action, and then she is going to sustain it to increase the wards by 5 feet. And then she's going to use her third action to move defensively over here. Yeah, Junior.
Okay.
All right, Matthias, it's your turn.
How? Yeah, he will.
Were you a
Ready an
pallbearer?
action.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking about just dropping this whole thing,
You
but no.
absolutely can. If you wanted to, you absolutely could. It would free up all of your allies as well. Not that I'm trying to convince you to do either one. I'm just like, well.
But is he that kind of guy? Yes, he is. He'll drop the casket. You've convinced me already.
Oh,
Damn, dude. Alrighty. Yes. So you're gonna drop the casket. So the rest of the pallbearers, you feel a sudden weight get just hoisted upon this casket as it tips to one direction, and without the total support of 6 people, it starts to fall. I will allow someone to use a reaction to try to catch Matthias's side of the casket. I think the only person who's next to him was
So I think Sigrid and
Yeah, I think
Durson would have been in different locations.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I would be.
Sigrid was not
probably
a
back here with the other group. I don't know.
Oh, sure. Yeah, let me hang on. Let me.
So I
pop
feel
back
like
over.
for kind of like the scene, I definitely think the light of Pharasma should have been leading us through the graveyard, and then like my light is for everyone else back here.
Sure.
But not,
You
not
want me to
upstairs.
move you back here?
Yeah.
Sure. Here, let me.
What if this guy was next to it? Okay, that really didn't want to do it.
That right there?
Or the old man. No. I'm saying that this guy maybe was in my spot over there.
Oh, over there? Okay.
You're good.
Alrighty. So I will say that, Lord Casimir, if you'd like to attempt to catch the casket, you can. I'll let you take a special reaction.
I will do that.
Yeah, make an athletics check for me.
Ooh.
Oh. Unfortunately, Lord Casimir, your hand slips and it is just too much weight. And the casket is going to just tumble over. And very quickly, everyone loses their grip on the casket. It falls, and it lands on its side. And the coffin lid slides, and a body rolls out as the body of Petros Lorrimor tumbles onto the ground. And there are some shocked gasps from the rest of the procession. And Matthias, you feel the eyes of a few people on you.
Hey, I regret nothing. As for the rest of you fucks over there, you come any closer, I'm making damn sure one of you's gonna end up with my eye in your face. And he's going to spend his first action to demoralize this one over here.
Okay.
I have.
Is there a range for demoralize?
It's
30 feet.
30 feet.
I believe they're 35 feet away from you.
Okay, in that case, first action, take a step.
Take a step. All right, sounds good.
Second action, demoralize.
Alrighty, go ahead and target him. Make a demoralize check.
All right.
Did you all put basic action macros on your hotbar?
I did.
Let me add that real quick.
Do we get the
It should be in the
customizable
folder.
or just the regular one? C2.
Just
The one that's in there's the one in player, I think. Player macros, the folder.
Yeah, it's a folder in there. Sorry, there's like a lot of macros on here. Someone was going crazy.
Here's the roll.
Alrighty. Alright, that is a success. This dishonest Ravengro thug is frightened 1.
That's right. You stay back. And he's going to then spend his third action pulling out his short sword.
As you frighten them, this thug that you frightened is going to point at you and then point at the body of Petros Lorrimor. Look at his head! Obviously signs of necromancy. We knew it.
You'll know that. It was an accident.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you my other point.
Sigrid, it is now your turn.
Okay. So, Sigurd's gonna try and sneak back a little bit. She knows everyone is probably looking at which side with the casket, and they're probably not looking at her. So I want to try and do this kind of sneakily as I kind of like retreat into the shadows over here.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of air is gonna just kind of whip through the air and kind of flow through her cloak, and you see some ashes kind of drop to the ground, and then a kind of a wicked wind whips up and it just kind of blows in from the west, and then kind of descends upon this unruly mob.
Oh god, okay, what happens?
They all dissolve now.
Oh shit, that's crazy. You beat Pathfinder.
Yeah, so it's kind of like retreating back. Yeah.
Each creature in the area must attempt a fortitude saving throw to get Colin Ashen Log. It's 10-foot burst, so where are you going to put the burst?
I think just try and get as many of these guys as I can.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's like the same difference. Okay, we'll go right there.
Right there?
That guy got
Alrighty.
cold clock. He's had enough of a bad night. I mean,
he's taking a nap, you know, he's sleeping. Alright, so this is going to be for this one right here. We're going to go in a circle.
and yeah, she kind of raises up her lantern and kind of retreats back. Hopefully not. This is like, in addition to that distraction, I kind of want to do this sneakily. I don't know.
You want to do it sneakily?
I guess I kind of want. I guess I want to like hide after I'm done with this, if that's possible. Or
Sure,
sneak.
you can. Are you taking like the actual hide action, or are you just playing like? Do you want to just like thematically hide?
Thematically hide.
Okay, I will keep that in mind.
As in, oh, where did this weird wind come from? The spirits must be
Okay.
very angry.
Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind.
Darby, stop it. Get off. Get out of my stat blocks. Alright, good looking. Here we go through like failed. Okay. I will where's there a second. Alright, and it did get that one. And then also second. Alrighty.
And yeah, this is just more like this is them to like freak out and like, what's going on? It's sort of.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just roll like a group will save to see if their morale is fucked up or not. They don't have a very good will save. This comes to a shock to you. Okay. With a 17, they're all still feeling pretty good despite the spookiness.
Okay.
They are intimidated by the ashen wind that has blown over them and just kind of started choking them. But they're scared, but they're still willing to fight you.
Okay. And,
See,
yeah.
necromancy.
And anyone around Secret, we kind of
Necromancy.
hear her kind of let out like a little bit of a choking, wheezing cough too after this happens. And then that'll be my turn. I'll just kind of step over, as I described, kind of like back up from over here. Alrighty.
Listless Ravengro thug. So Pathfinder 2 combat. We generally want the enemies to come to you. However, these are -1 level farmers, so they're gonna run at you. Pitchfork held high. They sprint in your direction.
And I agitate their lungs even more.
Yeah.
More fools.
What fools. Oh, where's the movement speed on this step block?
25.
Oh, there it is. Thank you. All right. Okay. 1 action. 2 action. And with Matthias, you were talking shit. And they kind of respect Pharasma to some degree, so.
They respect Pharasma, but stop.
To some degree, you know. And they're gonna take a swing at you.
I would like to use my reaction for nimble dodge.
Oh shit, okay.
Oh.
Great. You use your reaction?
Yep. Oh.
Alright. Oh, they miss. They crit fail, DP. So they bring this pitchfork down on you, Matthias, and they are untrained people who just pick these things up and realize that super quickly as they just totally whiff you, and they just look pissed. Oh, Kendra is an enemy, so that is why they're getting the protective wards. That's why.
Allegiance. There we go.
Hang on.
Nice.
Let me go make some changes. Some
Well, it's okay. I think everyone's an enemy, so.
Everyone's an
I can
enemy.
take it.
You want to do it? Okay, thank you. All right. So that's a swift miss. Right, Ravengro Thrug. They're also this is spooky that one. All right, they are going to stride once over here, and then with their second action, they take an apple out of their bag, and they're gonna chuck it at you, Mira.
Throwing apples off.
There better not be a worm in that apple.
Oh, there was definitely a worm in that apple.
All right.
And as this hits you, Mira, you know it hurts, but this is non-lethal damage. You feel it immediately.
Oh, third,
non-lethal.
a third of my health.
Quarter of
Third
your
of my
health,
HP.
Dude, that apple, it's going crazy over there. All
Well, that's uncalled for.
You're probably some kind of false priest of Pharasma or something. Gibbs didn't have what it takes to take you out, but we do.
You're some type of false farmer wasting an apple like that.
Well,
False farmers.
All right.
Could have been in a pie.
No farmers this side of Brandon where ever waste an apple like that.
This one's also going to step forward, and this one's going to throw an apple at you too.
I want them all to already actually.
Oh, you better.
Throw
You better.
like a. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, with a natural 1, the apple goes wide.
Wolves will darken the skies. We will fight in the shade.
Alrighty. And then they are going to use their last action. They're going to have their pitchfork out. They're going to try to demoralize you, Matthias. How about that?
Alright, give me your best shot.
Yeah, they're gonna. Oh yeah, that was pretty good. Sure was. All right, Matthias.
Oh,
they look at you, and they say, God, I wasn't expecting them to succeed. They look at you and they say, "You get on out of here before we stuff your mouth with apples and bake you into a bloody pie." That was intimidating. All right, great. All right, Lord Casimir.
Yes. He looks down at the body that's tumbled out of the coffin and
Yeah.
looks over at her, Kendra, and I'm sorry, miss, but I must take care of this other problem first.
She definitely looks distraught that her father's body has been exposed to the elements like this, but she
Up
understands.
there and pull out his shield.
It's not your fault, Lord Casimir. She knows that.
Let's see.
And Jerome knows.
I didn't want to do that, but I guess I have it out. All right. How does non-lethal attacking work? Can I like hit this person with my shield?
Yeah, so if you want to do a non-lethal attack, it's going to be a -2 to the attack roll. That's it.
Right. All right, we'll try that then. I have a non-lethal thing here.
No, I wish they did. There's a cool mod for it, but I didn't install it because I forgot.
-2. If that worked. I think it didn't put the -2 in there the way I tried to do it.
That's okay.
Oh,
We
nice.
can just do -2. So that's gonna be 21. Hang on, let me check if it's still a crit. It is still a crit. So go ahead and roll crit damage.
I don't have to do anything here to make it non-lethal. That's like automatic. You know that, right?
That'll be automatic. Yeah. As long as you just tell me. That's 12 points of damage. So describe to me how you knock this dude out cold.
He just moves up there, and he doesn't really look at him too closely. He's watching these two over here, and he comes by around in front, and just slams him with his shield. His left hand, he walks by, sort of a casual strike.
Right
He looks over at these two here, and he says, "I won't tell you again. You must leave and make way for us." And then he's done. I believe that's all 3 of his actions.
Alrighty. Yeah. I am gonna roll another little will save for them. I think. After seeing them just get annihilated. Oh, -1. Okay. So, 2 of the thugs are gonna flee, and they run, and they're just gonna remove themselves from initiative immediately. Alright, Frizzy Ravengro Thrug, who still has the energy to keep going. Oh, jeez. Why did you have to knock Gibbs out? He was the only one of us who could actually find anything. And they're gonna take a step. Gibbs! Hey, wake up! Come on! She kind of smacks him across the face, but he is out cold. Oh shit! She's gonna take an apple in her hand. It is a throne of 20 feet. No one's in range, so she's going to stride with her, and with her last action, she's going to throw an apple at you, Lord Casper.
Indignity.
Indignity.
Hit his perfect face.
You raise up your shield, and the apple bounces off with a rather disappointing thud.
Stop throwing apples. That's a waste. Pick up a stone or something.
All we got is apples. Alright, Chaz, it is now your turn. The coffin has been dropped. You are now free.
I'm going to make the executive decision that I did not bring a polearm with when I carried the coffin.
That is fair, yeah.
Okay, so I currently have no weapons on me. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make a statement anyway.
Okay,
This first peasant that's closest to us will get a hunt prey thrown on them.
Okay.
Then Chaz does something very unusual, and he runs through the group and throws himself at this peasant.
Okay, what do you do to the peasant?
We're gonna just punch him. Punch them.
Okay.
Oh, we'll do it non-lethally.
Alrighty.
Well, punches are non-lethal normally.
Yeah, so you don't need to take the -2, so it'll just happen.
Unless your punches are lethal.
My punches are not lethal.
Okay.
Oh,
I think they're very lethal.
Oh. Alright,
Right in the
go ahead. right in the balls. Go ahead and roll critical hit damage.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Precision.
god. Alright. Yeah, so you run up with determination and intent. And you just sucker punch this dude's balls, and they just fall over and they cry a little bit.
He just looks at the other two and says, "Have you had enough yet?" And that's his turn.
Okay. How dare ya? You're defending that necromancer? Why I oughta? I will. And they're gonna run up to you. And then they're gonna make a strike with their pitchfork. Dude, this second is ruining them. Alright, 20. That's gonna hit you.
Do I get my reactions back since I had my turn?
You would, yeah.
I'll I'll use my reaction for this.
Ooh. Ally gains resistance to all damage and string effect with 2+ your level for 1 more round. That's very cool. And are affected by revealing light. Creature affected by me is dazzled. Okay. Oh, there's no save for that? That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, the save is just how long it lasts. But
Alrighty, they're dazzled. Perfect. Yeah, so go ahead and I'm gonna put that champion's resistance on you. I'll roll the damage here.
Light from Ioma Day.
Alright, take 5 and down to 2. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so with their third action, as they get you with their pitchfork, they are going to use a special action called Pitchfork Veil. I'm trying to fix this music. It keeps like stopping. It's kind of annoying. Alrighty, so they drive their pitchfork into you non-lethally, and you'll need to go ahead and make me a reflex save, please. As you feel them try to move you. Just kidding. They don't. So you feel them try to move you with their pitchfork, just off to the side and try to knock you prone. But Chaz, you're so powerful. You're
I've
so
seen
strong.
this maneuver before, actually, and I just sidestep it.
The center of balance is way too low for that.
Yeah. As they fail, they kind of look bewildered as their turn ends. All right. And it is Endivion's turn. And Endivion is going to go ahead and cast a spell, I think. Maybe. Nope, everyone's out of range. Actually, this guy's not. Actually, alright, he's going to take a step forward, get into range, he's going to step up next to you, Matthias. And this one right behind here, he is going to say some arcane words as he casts gravitational pull on them.
Pulling all of their apples away from them.
Alright, and they need to make a fortitude save. Oh my god, this damn. Sorry, Endivion. Must feel bad to be a mage in Pathfinder. On a crit failure, the target is pulled 10 feet closer to you unless. Yep, nothing happens. Sorry, Endivion. You certainly tried. So he tries to yank this farmer towards the rest of the group to knock them prone. But the farmer's able to resist. We
don't know yet. He could still be just casting a spell. I mean, maybe it takes a few rounds to go off. I mean,
yeah, he's just having. You hear Endivion curse, Matthias. He goes, "Yet I thought I perfected that spell."
Well, clearly you need practice.
He blushes. Shut up. Mira, it's your turn.
all right, she points at the one that missed her and throws an apple and says, I need to stop you from wasting those apples.
It's the biggest insult to halfling culture.
Yeah. All right, she's gonna pull out a dagger.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna move up. This one was pitchforking. Yeah, this one right here. Go for this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's gonna try and strike him non-lethally with the dagger. Pretty much trying to get those, poking those apples.
Poke at those apples. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Hit strike. Non-lethal. -2.
nice.
-2. All right. Yeah, that's a critical hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Thanks,
All
boys.
right. Yeah.
All right. Tell me how you knock this guy out with your dagger.
So I stick the dagger into the apple, and then pull it out, and then sort of slash it back at them. The apple hits them in the head.
There's a hollow sounding bonk as it hits their head, and they fall to the ground. Right. Do you have one more action? I think.
No, pull out, move, strike.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Alright, it's Kendra's turn. Kendra's going to stride forward, make sure everyone is in her aura, and then she's going to go ahead and she's going to try to cast sleep on these last two. Yeah, she's going to try to target those two there. 5-foot burst. Excellent. Dang. Dang. Oh, both the mages right now are feeling pretty pretty tough. Alright, they take a -1 status penalty to perception checks for 1 round. Excellent. That is her turn. And Matthias, it's your turn.
Alright, lay down your arms already. This is getting ridiculous. Clearly you don't want to spill blood that hasn't already been spilt already.
We won't let you bury a necromancer here. It's not right.
We're not
But you
burying a
also would've-
necromancer.
Gibbs said he was. Said he was evil and junk.
Would you bury a bad tailor if you made bad clothes? Would you say that would curse your lands? Come on to that.
No, but necromancer's evil and everything, and Gibbs said that he's a bad guy. My Nana is buried here. I won't let her be buried next to some kind of ne'er-do-well.
Well, we came here to bury someone, and he's going to hold his short sword just over the unconscious body of this individual.
Oh, holy fuck. Okay.
Do you want us to bury this one?
What? There's no perception check needed for this, by the way. As Matthias does this, everyone in attendance, especially the villagers back here as well, look horrified. Absolutely fucking horrified that is something that's happening. Matthias, you are fairly sure someone's about to jump you. That's probably not one of the mob people right now if you do continue this.
Just lay down your arms.
Sure. Do you want to make an intimidation check for me?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill people, guys. Intimidation. Okay. I'll hero point that.
Okay, sure. Oh shit. Okay. It's so believable. So as you hold the blade over this this thug's throat, the remaining 3 put up their hands and go, "Hey, we weren't looking for nothing like that. We didn't want to. No, stop it. We'll move on. We'll let you go."
Thank you. You see what happens when we both have dialogue. Now,
we're sorry for
Daryl.
messing with you. Scatter. Okay.
Yeah, go, shoo. Take your wounded and go.
And with that, initiative will end unless anyone else wants to take any hostile actions towards the group.
After Matthias told him to go, take their wound and go, I'll point at Gibbs here and I'll say, don't take him though. He has some questions to answer.
Yeah, Matthias got a nat 20. They'll do whatever you guys say. So they abandon Gibbs as they all begin to scatter to the wind.
Oh, before they leave.
Yeah. Okay.
Before they leave, Mira say, "Come on,
Pick up those
hold on."
apples.
She says, "Wait a second. Hold on. now that everything's cooled down and you guys are leaving, she'll go ahead and cast a 3-action heal for all the people that are unconscious.
Oh, to you.
Yeah.
You feel like the negative energy that Matthias put out into the world has also been healed for the townsfolk.
Why am I the bad guy in everything?
All right. Great. So they are going to scatter, and thankfully they're wounded and out conscious. But I'm going to put them on the map as they all flee, run away. Link. They do absolutely abandon Gibbs though. Was that 3 also going to be for Gibbs?
Everybody.
Okay. Right. The thugs scatter. There is still a. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to
Yeah.
hear it.
No, I was wanting to move. I was gonna say, it looks like we all got a little excited here. But this one felt it's all the way in the boneyard. And Sigurd's gonna carefully try and get the body back in the casket. Come on, guys. What the
Yeah, so you, with the assistance of Mira, I'd imagine, and the stronger member of the party, get the body back into the casket. It is a little disheveled. Kendra cannot watch. She appreciates what you're doing, but it's still a little disturbing to her. But you're able to reorient the casket, get Petros back in there.
Oh, wait a minute. And then Sigurd will take out an apple that somehow made its way into the casket and toss it into the... He probably does not need this where he's going.
Wait. Give me that.
Okay. It was about to leave her hand, and then she deftly kind of maneuvers it back into your hands.
Okay. She takes a bite. We didn't get a chance to eat when we got to we got here. So.
Oh no. Casper's gonna take off his glove.
Yeah, Mira, you say that as you take a bite of the apple as Casimir strolls past you with intent, grabs this guy by the scruff of his neck, and he's just barely gaining consciousness. And he looks up, he goes, "Hey, what are you doing? Let me go. Where is everyone?
We need to speak with you first, sir. I'll drag him back to here.
Okay. What do you want? Who are you?
Who are you?
I ain't telling you nothing. What are you, the cops?
I believe they said his name was Gibbs.
Yes, but who are you, Gibbs? What do you do here?
What do you do here?
I'm just a farmer in town. What's
Are you? I've never seen you here before, but I did just arrive today.
He's like, wait a minute. Who are you? You just got here.
I've only just arrived.
I've lived here my entire life.
Who told you this man was a necromancer?
I mean, I've seen this stuff he does.
What stuff is it that he does?
He skulks around at night, doing God knows what. Coming out to the graveyard and the wrestlings. I've seen him. Everyone else has too. He was up to something every night. Yes, we also end combat. Sorry, let me do that for you.
Freedom.
So you're calling him a necromancer because you aren't very intelligent, not because somebody told you to do that, correct?
What? Listen.
You came up with it on your own that he's a necromancer?
I mean...
Or did you hear this from somebody?
I know he is. I have evidence.
What is this evidence?
He's skulking around at night in the graveyard.
That is not proof of necromancy.
Listen. I work as a farmer here, and I'm also the barber of the town. And he kind of points to his razor.
Slick hair.
I hear people talk. And I just put it together. You gonna let me go or what?
Does he have a money pouch on him that I can see of that nature?
Does he have any gold on him currently? No, he does not have any money on him.
I just want to see if he had more gold than I would expect from a farmer and a barber, but it sounds like he does not.
He has 0. The only 3 items in his inventory are a razor, a water skin, and some ordinary clothing.
No keys?
No keys.
No, I'm kidding.
No, no keys.
F8. Okay, hold
Okay.
on.
Anybody else have any questions for Mr. Gibbs?
Yeah.
He's lying
here
about
comes.
that last part.
What was that?
Everything that he said made sense except for the last part where I think you asked him who he heard it from.
Yes.
Is he lying about that?
If you'd like to make insight checks on him, you can. If you want to make them.
Absolutely.
Or sense motive checks, what I guess they'd be called.
I don't remember if this is hidden or not.
I think it is automatically rolled hidden. If it's not, it's okay. It is, okay. Any other sense motive rolls for anyone?
I guess I'll do one.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Oh, wait a second. I might have a. Wait, 1 second. Is this. I have a. What does this do? Use me that for. Oh, no. Concealed and hidden stuff. Okay, never mind.
Alrighty. All of you get the feeling that he is telling the truth. He didn't hear this from anyone. He has just kind of gathered tidbits of scattered information and witnessed some suspicious activity from him and kind of jumped to his own conclusions. He doesn't seem to be an agent for anyone. He's just a superstitious asshole.
It's just a farmer-barber combo.
He's just a farmer-barber combo.
I drag him back to here, force him to stand
Okay.
here,
Okay.
and say, "You apologize to this young lady now for what you've caused, and mean it when you say it."
He stands up.
We're all gonna insight you. Do we know if you're gonna mean it?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Lorrimor. And
I'll have to
Kendra stiffens a little bit and she goes, It's all right, Gibbs. I understand why you may have just been a little afraid. It was a misunderstanding was all. Right? Water under the bridge. Yeah. Water under the bridge.
I'll let go.
Okay, you let go of him.
You're dismissed, Gibbs.
There's a woman who steps up from behind who has been lurking quietly. Who was at the original funeral wake. Pardon me. I'm gonna take this man to the sheriff. This is absolutely unacceptable behavior from anyone involved in town. I apologize to all of our guests here today. Gibbs? You know the way. Don't make us come looking for you. And he looks up with a snarl. He's very angry. But he turns and he's gonna walk away. He walks into the graveyard.
Mm.
Not long after he leaves, another figure approaches from the mist. He's coming.
Yes.
Oops. Oh.
A very old man. He is I think he's a human despite his art looking like that. It says he's medium sized. He seems to be immediately you recognize him as a priest. You recognize his symbols of Pharasma that he wears.
Mm-hmm.
His name is still Temple of Pharasma. That's not your name, my guy. And as he comes down, he goes, I heard commotion. Is everyone all right?
Yeah, everybody's okay.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm sorry I didn't come sooner. Is anyone injured?
Some bumps and bruises, a little sticky from some apples, but I think everybody's okay.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm sorry. I don't know who you are. My name is Father Gainsborough. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, my name's Mir. I'm a priestess of Pharasma.
Oh. He nods approvingly.
+1.
And you
Gainsborough.
realize quickly that being a cleric of harassment will get you very far, and get you very far. You all are here for the burial for Lorrimor. Please come this way. His grave is just up ahead. I do apologize for the ruckus. And he will lead you up to the remainder of the way.
All right, Matthias, don't drop it this time, please.
Yeah, I won't.
All right. The rest of the walk is pretty somber. However, Sigrid, you as someone who was like kind of paying attention to Pervin in the beginning, he's like super hyped about this. That was like the coolest shit he's seen all day, or like in his entire life. He's like that was traumatic.
And they threw apples,
metal.
and then that little one threw an apple at that one's head. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's like into it. He's like, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's hell. He's gonna write about this in the paper, and you absolutely know he is. He's gonna embellish the shit out of it. Whether or not that will help your reputation, by the way, remains to be seen.
I don't care. I mean, those apples weren't thrown at me. That was what I was mainly worried about. It's only the first night.
It's the first night.
Here.
All right. And you guys arrive at the grave site of Professor Lorrimor. Father Gainsborough has the pallbearers lower the casket into the 10-foot deep hole. Before his assistants that help dig the grave fill in the hole with dirt, he does say some prayers from Pharasma. All of you which are familiar with the general funeral procession prayers, bidding him good fortune in the boneyard and having Pharasma watch over him. Sorry.
Yes, finally.
Finally.
Oh my goodness, so many people just cheered.
Yeah. I can hear him already. And as he kind of finishes his spiel, he does open the floor up to people who would like to say a few words. Kendra is definitely the first up as the daughter. I would just like to thank everyone for coming. Old friends and new. I'm sure my father would be overjoyed to see all the people here attend his funeral. My father was a brilliant man. He taught me many things regarding the arcane arts and life in general. He had an adventurous spirit and probably too much curiosity for his own good. I'll miss him. He was everything to me. And she starts to tear up. Thank you all for coming. And she steps down. And she gets a little teary-eyed. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak? And Father Gainsborough is going to look over the crowd. There's a brief moment where no one says anything before Vion steps up. Hello, everyone. It's good to see most of you again, who I have not seen for some time. I just wanted to say that as Professor Lorrimor's apprentice in the arcane arts and a student for many years, his passing is heartbreaking and something that I wish never happened. He had so much to offer to the world, and I hope that I'm able to keep up his research, doing so in his name, for the betterment of Ustalav. Thank you. He sits down. The next one to come up is Durston. And as he goes up to the I guess the podium.
Jazz, is that your coat? He's holding?
Yeah. He's probably bought it from him. My friends that I do not know, and those I am excited to learn to know. I never really knew Professor Lorrimor besides the teachings from my father and the stories I have heard in the past. He has inspired me to be a great hunter of werewolves and stuff. He scratches his face like he's trying to really think of a really good speech, but he's really fumbling, but he feels like he's required to say something. We will miss him. For sure. Yeah. You see, he walks away. He gets out the podium. And no one else seems to come forward for
I
anything to
step
say.
up.
Okay, what's up, Jazz? I mean, not Jazz. What's up, Lord Casimir? What's up?
He
What do you
steps
say?
up there. He looks at the crowd, and as he starts talking, and reaches behind his back. And just as he finishes, the loot comes out. He
Okay.
says, I also did not know Professor Lorrimor, but I believe this is a song, a hymn the Phrasma people, the Phrasma folk sing,
Phrasma
called
love
When the
this.
Night is Darkest, Dawn will soon rise.
Phrasmite.
Phrasmite.
Here's mine.
And he starts playing this song, this hymn, badly.
Phrasmite.
He's not a very good singer either,
Okay.
but
Can you-
his
can you
natural
make me a
charisma
performance
helps.
check?
Sure.
This will influence your reputation with the town.
The dice tell a story.
Oh my gosh, the strings snap. As right as you get to the end of the song. Oh man.
It wasn't even like the end of the song. It was like the beginning of the song.
Old songs
Then you
like
accidentally
that.
drop the loot into the grave and you gotta fish it out. Oh, really sorry about that.
No, that's not the performance. The performance is the 4. That'd be like a dexterity check or something. He just
Oh,
sings
so
really
it's-
badly.
It's a performance check. Yeah, it's you try.
He doesn't realize that he's really bad. He finishes and he looks
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
expecting to see tears in everybody's eyes because he's moved them with his
Kendra's
singing. his
crying.
playing.
Kendra's crying, most definitely.
My work. That's good. I want to bring out the tears. She needs to let those tears flow. I'm glad I was able to help her on that journey.
Bless his heart.
I bow, and I walk off stage
and
over to here
Sigrid,
where everybody else is.
you hear beside you Pervin just go, yikes.
Yay. Yeah, I give him like a like yeah, that was here. I'll try and save it.
Okay, you step forward.
Yeah, I'll step forward. In the endless spiral of life and death, we are all but travelers passing through. Today we honor the life that was and release the soul onto its next journey. May Phrasma guide them gently through the boneyard where their fate will be weighed. Fairness and grace. Though their flame has faded, the warmth of the memory remains. A light that will guide us, too, until we ultimately find our place in the spiral. Rest now, as the stars welcome you home.
That was a really good Phrasman speech. Do you want to make a deception check?
Deception.
Or occultism, whichever you prefer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. Oh, you know, that's actually better. Should I do it blind? Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
I'll use a hero point if it's not great.
We got like 4 minutes left of session, so it's up to you if you want to use.
I'll
it.
use
It
hero
wasn't
point.
terrible.
It wasn't
Okay.
terrible. Well, I'll go
Wasn't
for I'll go
terrible.
for mediocre.
Yeah. Okay.
And she'll step away, and hopefully that
Okay.
hopefully that maybe evened out what just happened.
Definitely. At
Maybe
least with
a
Father
little.
Gainsborough, they nod in appreciation of your words and appreciations of Phrasma.
Mm.
Likes that.
be here if you need a seer's work or any readings, seances.
And with that, unless there's anyone else who'd like to step forward to say a few words or play a song.
Matthias is about to raise his hand and then he looks around, he puts it back down.
Yeah, it's a tough crowd you're working there, buddy. The assistants of Father Gainsborough, young gravediggers, begin to pile dirt onto the casket as Professor Lorrimor is buried in the Restlands. There is a quiet moment briefly, and Kendra speaks up. You are all more than welcome to come back with me to my estate to enjoy some snacks or drinks and just visit, if you'd like. We are also planning to read the will, and I know most of you have been included in it, and she motions to the four, which would be Quinley, Durston, and Divian, and what was his name?
I want to do. Can I do a sense motive? What is it called? I want to see which one of them seemed the most interested as soon as they mentioned that.
Sure, yeah. Make a sense motive check.
Yeah. Anyone seen any, like, oh yeah, they're like, oh, finally. Part of it, wait. I really want that. Whatever, leave the film. You know what I mean?
There is some interest from all of them.
Okay.
Just because, if they're mentioned in the will stipulated they needed to be there for the reading.
Oh.
They're what's in there, what's going on. When it comes to nefarious intentions of just wanting to,
Give me the money, I want the money.
Yeah. No, I mean, just your vibes immediately, all four of these people are pretty honest.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, they are friends of Professor Lorrimor, and you can tell that Professor Lorrimor kept good company.
Oh, I thought I'd catch them here and now. Okay.
Unless you'd like to use your hero point.
Oh, sure.
If you want to, I mean.
Yeah. No, that's adding a hero point. All right, how do we do this? Reroll, keep new result. Oh shoot, which one was it? Second one. Yeah.
Oh, this is kind of Sigrid. All of them are evil. All of them. All of them are
all of their mustaches kind of twirl up a little bit. The sound of money. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, so all four of them, what were their names again? Go ahead, I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. All of them seem evil and willing to take all they have for the worth of this will. They might even murder Kendra in the night. You're not really sure. The only one here you can trust is Pervin. That kid seems chill.
That would be terrible if that happened.
So the four that were mentioned were Doc Grimbleshanks, which was the old man, Quinley, which was the man with the vampire fangs, Vion, who was the apprentice and wizard of Professor Lorrimor, and Durston, who was the werewolf hunter. Also
Can you
mentioned
put all their
the
names
will-
in chat?
Yes, of course. Let me go do that for you.
I'm not.
Also
I
mentioned in
haven't
the
shared this
will.
with anyone else yet. I don't know if I trust my intuition on this right now.
Here, I'll drag their tokens onto the map here, because it might just be easier for you guys to put faces to names. And their names are hover only, so you can
Okay, got it. Thank you. Boast.
look at them.
Boastful.
You bet.
He's boastful.
Mundane. Oh no, he's mundane.
Oh, sorry, his name hasn't been changed yet. Hang on. Let me go fix that. Ridley. Is he on hover only? I don't think he is he? Nope. Let me choose it. There we go. Hover only, and then let me get on. And then beyond. Also mentioned in the will was the agents of the Palatine Order of the Esoteric Eye thing, which was in this case will be you guys. They were asked for representatives of the order to also be present at the reading.
Okay.
So these four NPCs and you guys. That is who is required for the will reading commits. But Kendra will welcome you all back to her home. And next week, we will get started on what is in this will. What mysteries await you.
Thank you. That was fun. Look forward to next week.
I hope you guys had a good time.
I enjoyed it.
If you guys have any Foundry mod recommendations, by the way, that you like were missing real bad, let me know. And I can install them over the week.
Matthias is
I
not
guess
a
it's-
bad guy. Putting it out there. I need to say that out loud, okay? He's not a bad guy. He's just, misunderstood.
Impulsive, quick to judge, rash, wound up too tight.
Here, I'll stick these NPCs down here too, just so we can see them.
I made a little journal with some names and stuff like that. If you want to make it so that it's accessible by everybody,
Oh, sure, we can do that. That works fine.
it's called investigation notes. It's already in the journal tab.
Sure. There it is. Configure ownership. Everyone can be an owner. Here we go. Yeah, I would highly recommend notes. There's like a lot of NPCs to keep track of in this small ass town, so.
Yeah, I have a list of suspects.
The list of
My
suspects.
journal.
Oh my god. What do you mean a list of suspects?
You never know. This is a murder
Valid.
mystery, okay?
Oh my god. Oh, what have they done to you, you monster? It was Quinley with the steel chair.
Everyone's out to get me. I know it.
Everyone's out to get you. Okay. All right. Well, is there any? I guess I should do this. I've never done this before. Are there any announcements for this week before we end stream? Trying to
I
think.
think
what
First
the
Skyhaven
episode
starts
First episode
tomorrow.
of-
Crash.
Yeah, Skyhaven starts tomorrow.
Does it
Yeah.
really? Oh,
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Very cool. I believe that Lex is streaming that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Check that out. I'm very happy about that. Outlaws High Noon. Saturday morning. Nothing runs Friday anymore, I don't think, does it?
You guys have Bloodlords, right?
Oh, we got
they have
Bloodlords.
Rhyme of the Frost Maiden. I think they're still doing that.
Ryan of Frost Maiden
Lexus,
or Bloodlords. High Noon on Saturdays. Saturday morning. They're almost finished up. I think they have like 1 or 2 sessions left. And then Daybreak on Sunday morning, I think is also almost finished, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know anymore.
Just in
You don't know
time
anymore?
to spell those new Crash games.
yeah. There's a lot of new games starting this next couple weeks, which is pretty exciting. Kingmaker is starting the 22nd?
26th.
26.
Yeah. Yep.
And then Soul and Fates is slated to start, I think it's on the 27th. But who knows? Sometimes when you're getting close to the end, you think it's gonna be next session, but it's not. One of those things.
Yep.
Either way, new year, new games, lots of fun.
Yep.
Which is super great.
Yep.
Next week, we'll be back here. Same time if that works for everyone.
Yeah.
And feel free.
Yeah.
I know this is your first session with me, so feel free to shoot me a DM if you guys have any questions or concerns with things. Or just have general feedback. I love feedback. It's very cool. So
Any
yeah,
monster
that's it.
complaints come to me.
Monster complaints. Yeah. Well, they just fought
The monsters,
Josh,
they
just fought
need those monsters are scary. They're wasting so many apples.
They each had 4.
Waste, big waste.
Yeah. Think of all the
I'm
apples
surprised
you
they
guys
didn't
could
go
have
into
had.
a Power Rangers combo attack and throw all their apples at the same time.
at the same time.
Apple seed cannon or
down!
something.
Mm.
Somebody was a little worried for you when I increased the count from 6 to 12. They're like, Darby, you're gonna kill him. Like, nah, they're fine.
Okay, it wasn't that they were gonna kill. The combo would have taken so long, Darby. Gotta get through 12 guys.
It's like, they got a
Yeah, that was probably the biggest additional encounter I've ever seen. I was like, wow, okay.
It's a lot of guys, you know.
That's fine though.
Yeah, that's fine.
I had fun.
We'll just see what spooky things you encounter next week.
Spooky
Alright,
things.
Until
Mm.
next week then. See everyone next time.
Until next
until
week.
next
Yeah. Good night. Good night,
Bye.
everyone. Good night, stream.
Take care, everybody.
The land of
Wonderful
spooky.
game.
Land of spooky.